Alright guys, welcome to the semi-final round of the Ruby Showdown Cup. Teams playing tonight, we've got Novaex versus vLTeamViral, and I will be your caster for this evening. I'm still new, so please no hate. Let's have a look what's going on in the chat. Some people want to say hi to their mom, so we'll just give them a moment to do that. I hope the music isn't too loud. I just found some random stuff and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too loud on the recording. We're still waiting for one person to come, then we'll do the draft and we'll get started. In the meantime, I'll try and give you a little bit of information about the teams. I only found out any of the information earlier today, so we'll just go over that slightly. So on Novaex, you see we've got Cybernox, Baldric, Deathseed, Katsuo, John, and Caliburn. Cybernox mains tank mostly. Katsuo focuses DPS. John is also DPS. Baldric support. Caliburn support. Deathseed I was not informed about, which is quite awkward. He's that other guy. So sorry about that, Deathseed. My information was not full on. From what I've been told, they focus standard composition, so your usual 2-2-2 or your 3-tank, trip-tank meta. On vLTeamViral side, we've got Zenran, Dark Magician, Sigs, Gyro, Indirium, and they said they're still waiting for Krakens. Dark Magician focuses mainly on the DPS, same with Krakens. Gyro is their flex, Sigs tank, Indirium support, Zenran support. These guys like to focus on a dive comp, so they'll try their standard 2-2-2, but they also go with a trip DPS kind of style. So we'll see what comes out tonight. And what have I missed?
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Oopsie, wrong window. My bad. Gonna have to like alt tab. I'm still kind of figuring out the OBS kinks, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
These guys are so weird. Cybernox would like me to talk about him. I don't know much about him, but seems like a cool guy. Shout out. So much hate for the Mercy. Feels bad, man. Alright, last player's arrived. Not the end of the world. Alrighty, we should be starting the draft. Unless, okay, did that happen while I wasn't paying attention? Man, that is so awkward, and I wanted to get that as well. Dorado, throw. Okay, watch point. Nice. Alright, so first map, Dorado, then King's Row, Gibraltar for the tiebreaker, if it comes to that. Power Ranger Genji. Friend of mine was actually saying he looks like this character from Dragon Ball. Don't really know Dragon Ball. Know the character, don't know the name, so rip. But there is a character in Dragon Ball that's got like the weird green horn things going on. Dragon Ball Genji. Alright guys, let's do this. Semi-final of the Ruby VS Gaming, for those that aren't sure. Formerly EGL. First map up is Dorado, a hybrid map. The idea is to get... No, it's not a hybrid map, since it's an escort map. The idea is to get the payload from one side of the map to the other for the attacking team. For the defending team, it is their job to make sure that the payload doesn't get to the end of the map. I'm not a fan of POV, so most of my, I say most, pretty much all of this is going to be bird's eye view. Hope everybody's alright with that. Quadruple support strat. Lego. Right, so as I mentioned earlier, Cybernox on the tank. We got Kazuo on the soldier. DPS. John running DPS as well. Hanzo. Get him a lot of flack in quick play, but thankfully this isn't quick play. Beldrick on the support. Caliburn on support. Deathseed, it seems, is a tank. Possibly flex, but we might find out later on in the game. Zenran on the support, as mentioned. Dark Magician DPS. Sigs on tank. Gyro on the Tracer. Now watch for Tracer. She is apparently insane. Indirium on the support. And Kraken's on the DPS. And it's begun. Here we go. That's a pretty common strat, to stand up at the top there and kind of ignore the choke for the first part of the match. BL diving in, and they've come back down. Winston up in the sky.
Enemy contact.
Most of the fight doesn't seem to be happening on the payload, but they still have two people on the payload trying to just keep it moving. Fortunately, they're both support, which is never the best idea. But hopefully the Winston can get back in time to protect the Lucio. The Lucio, ninja pushing the payload there, but they managed to push him away. Farah just trying to do a bit of damage, but no. Oh, see, that's awkward. Oh, nice. Good boys, good boys. Oh, that's such a rip. And that field win get blamed. This semi-final game is off to a really strange start. Hopefully it'll go a bit better. I suppose it's just one of those things, eh? Traffic is like an everywhere thing. Bad internet, games crashing. It's a very South African thing. Thankfully there can be a lot of understanding there. Alright, Gyro is back. As I was saying earlier, Gyro is a fantastic tracer. Really good. But there's also really good Genjis on either team. Dark Magician, really good with the Genji. We'll see if the Genji comes out on the other team a little bit later. Wait, what? Hello? People talking about getting my number. Sure, why not? Alright, and we're back in play. Unfortunately, Gyro will have lost all of his Tracer ult charge, which is really not great. But thankfully, Tracer builds up charge relatively quickly, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So we got Team Viral just kind of grouping up on the other side. Tracer just on the mad flanking mission there. Right, and they're pushing in. Lucio with Winston. Lucio again just kind of ninja pushing the payload, but oh, he's up against the Rhine. Lots of ults going off there. Tracer just got, not Tracer, Farah just got annihilated by that soldier. Nova seems to be holding the point or the payload quite well.
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
Having a strong defensive team is such an important part of this game. See, they're running the trip tank, which seems to be working really well in their favor at the moment.
What's the hold up?
That's not right.
Viral may just try to switch it up a bit, see if they can push through. I see they've already swapped over onto Zenyatta. Zenyatta's Discord Orb can make a huge difference in a game like this.
Everyone heal up.
Nova has a Zarya, which is really good for clearing the Discord Orb, which can just waste a lot of time because you need to wait for it to cool down every time you use it, obviously. So that can work in favor against the Zenyatta. A lot of this fight's happening behind the payload. Winston ulting over there, just trying to clear the payload. Lucio with the ulti. That Lucio ulti is so powerful. But it looks like Viral is just going ham with the ultis. Tracer managing to take out one. Genji taking out two people as well. Oh, and there goes the point. They've completely cleaned out Novaex's side of the field. And the payload is moving. Can they get it to the checkpoint in time? Tracer running on a mad flanking mission to just try and stall them, make sure the point gets to the checkpoint on time. Let's have a look. So saying this is that Tracer that's so insanely good. Look at this mad flanking mission. Almost in their spawn. With a random hello, why not? He'll be so pleased to discover he was on stream for that. I say stream, on the video. Soldier on the monkey. Ah, so close. Needs to retreat though. Unfortunate, but necessary. Ooh, there goes the Genji. Let's see what Genji v Soldier. Who will win? Soldier just trying to keep his health up there. Yeah, and it is not enough.
The payload moves.
Ryan's chilling with the Ryan ulti, and there he's used it. Managing to take out the Winston. And it's the Ana boost as well. Oh, that's a lot of ultis. The Zen ult is definitely going to help them to try and stay on the point, but... and they've taken out the Reinhardt. So that ult combo of the Zenyatta and the Genji really helped. Even though they had a nano boosted Ryan, increased, or rather decreased damage. Not damage, decreased... Yeah, decreased damage taken. Even with that, they managed to just squash him, and the payload is still moving. This just shows the importance of getting through a choke. Earlier they were stuck at that choke for so long. As soon as they got through it, the payload's just moving. There's no stopping it in sight. Payload just keeps moving, boys. Tracer on the mad flank. Let's see what she's got for us. Oh, broke her banister. Nova just trying to regroup on the sides there. Hopefully they can get it together. Now this is a very, very important choke. They're going to need to try and hold this for as long as possible. It's not an easy choke to get through, especially considering their spawn is right there. So hopefully they can manage to hold it. They've managed to push Viral back for the most part. Winston's trying to get away there, manages to get onto the roof. Should be... Nope. Lucio v Lucio queuing from a distance.
He's ready.
Follow Genji. He's got the Dragon Blade. I'm hoping to get a shot of him with his ulti. see him try and wipe some stuff out. Ryan not charging. Oh, Genji managing to get away just in time. Quite lucky there. Ryan with the ulti there. Ah, there goes the Genji ulti. Anna just trying to protect the Ryan there. Working so far. Don't know how long it's gonna last. Genji. Oh, Genji down. Not a very effective ult, but he tried. And nope. Nova is managing to hold this choke. As I mentioned, not an easy choke to get through.
That payload's not going to deliver itself. Move it!
Only a minute left. Viral to push in. They're going to need to pull something big. They've only got 2 ultis left and it's support ultis. So it could be a bit spicy for them. They've nearly got the Winston ult, which is pretty good. That'll be quite helpful to try and clear out the point a bit. But at the moment they don't seem to have any massive damage dealing ultis, which would really come in handy. The Zenyatta is ulted over there. Not very helpful, unfortunately. No! It seems to have kept them alive, but with so few people still alive, it didn't make the hugest of differences, unfortunately. That being said, they managed to push the payload quite far in that. It was a really good push. Not quite good enough, unfortunately. With 9 seconds left on the clock, it's not looking good. Right, what can Genji do? Let's see. He's trying really hard to try and just stay on the point. Tracer with bomb. Oh, Genji with the ulti. Can they clear out everybody? Ah, Lucio ult just trying to stall as long as possible. That ult can soak a lot of damage, but unfortunately it is just not enough. Alright. Good job to Viral. That was a really good push in the end there. Managed to break through. Even with just support ults, they did really well, so that was quite impressive.
Switching sides.
Alright, now we're going to swap sides. I would just like to point out for anybody that cares, solo casting is really difficult. I was supposed to have a casting partner, but everybody was busy tonight. Feels bad. Nova's gone with the attack widow. Defense widow. Not widow. Widow's generally a good pick, obviously, if you can make picks. With South African lag, it can be quite difficult, but I've seen some pretty good widows, even with our lag. However, with a Winston and a Genji on the opposite team, it could be a bit difficult for that widow. She's gonna need to try and just, I say she, probably a he, given the name John. He's gonna have to try really hard to just kind of stay out of harm's way. 2 pretty hard counters. And it's the Genji v Genji. It's gonna be good. My inside source tells me that there will be a lot of Genji v Genji action. And I've also been told by this source that one Genji will probably come out on top every time. Won't tell you which one. Just gonna have to watch and see. Alright, the payload is in motion. We have 2 flankers chilling on the roofs, waiting to just... And in goes the monkey, zapping everything. Woo! Rest in peace, Widow. As mentioned, not a great pick against Genji and Winston. Oh, it's tank v tank. Tank v tank. Which Winston will come out on top? Well, that Winston was on top for about a second when he jumped into the air. And he's down. And Nova has the payload moving. So that was a different type of strat to try and keep them away from the choke as long as possible. suppose it depends on, you know, what kind of a comp you're running, what you're trying to accomplish. But this portion definitely went a lot better for Viral in the last round. Again, we got flankers in the back line, just trying to do as much damage as they can for as long as they can. Try and keep everybody stalled to the point for the payload to get to the checkpoint. Winston jumping away there. No team behind him. There was no point in just staying behind. Winston trying to protect his tracer. It's Winston v Winston. Who will win? Nah. This Winston got back up. No, he is chasing him down. Hey, good job, Six. You did the thing. Zenyatta throwing balls from the ceiling.
My ultimate is charging.
Zenyatta's Discord can be such a powerful tool if you use it correctly. Alright, Nova is back. Take the Hanzo a little bit. See what he can show us. Gotta find something to aim at. Not a lot to see. Oh! Nah. Good attempt. Not quite a ping. Winston up on the roof again. No team with him, but if he gets into too much danger, he can just jump down, so that'll be fine. But he managed to scatter the whole opposing team, which made a huge difference. Zenyatta with the ulti trying to keep his team alive so they can push the payload as far as possible. Nova wants to get this to the checkpoint as quickly as possible so that they have more time for this really difficult choke, the next part. Obviously, if they manage to get the payload to the end faster, they have more time to push in the tie-breaking round. Hanzo ulti not doing much there. Genji ulti managing to take out one of the supports. Soldier taking out the other support. That's going to be huge in their favor. And with the Zenyatta ult as well, they should be able to push this all the way. Checkpoint. Wow, I got so hyped I got confused as to which team was doing what. Nah. Defending team wiped them out with all their ultis. Now the payload will move backwards. Nova regrouping on the side there. Ooh, flank v flank. Tracer running away. Hey, Genji v Genji, Lego. Rest in peace. Sadly, that Genji battle did not last long. Would have liked to have seen that go on for a bit longer, but you know how it is. Ooh, tank v tank again. Let's go. Which tank will come out on top this time? Looking good for Sig so far, but who knows? Come on. Oh, sleeped by the Ana. Up into the air, just trying to get to some safety. Yep, wasn't enough. This time it was Death Seed that won. Good job, man. You earned it. Tracer being annoying on the point. The Tracer is one of your really annoying characters that just kind of buzzes around, blats you from behind, tosses in a sticky bomb, annihilates your support, and ninja caps the point. And if you're doing your job well, you're the most annoying thing on the planet to the opposing team, and you are your team's hero. Alright, we're moving into the difficult choke. Now the fight is already at the choke, even though the payload isn't there yet. You want to try to have at least 3 people on the payload at all times for optimum movement speed, but sometimes that isn't entirely possible. Siggs with the monkey ulti. Let's watch. And bye-bye Ana. Ooh, no, Ana survives and is killed by the soldier. Very close though, 1 HP. Nearly got away there, Ana. Nearly got away. Nova needing to regroup again. Still got 2.5 minutes, but not too bad.
My ultimate's almost ready. My ultimate is charging. Payload in
This time, however, attacking team has 3 DPS ults. Wow. So, oh no, there goes the Hanzo ulti. Taking out the Tracer, which is good. Genji managing to take out the soldier. They've still got a few ultis, Nova on their side, but it doesn't look like they're going to need them just yet. Viral may need them to try and hold the point, but it's always better to wait till your team is around. You don't want to solo ulti on something and just do absolutely nothing. However, at this point it is kind of clutch time. Payload is approaching very fast again, and this is where the final battle happens.
Ready for transcendence.
Zen ulti, here we go. Oh, with the Zarya ulti as well. That Zen ulti actually was fantastic. Zarya should maybe not have ulti in the middle of the Zen ulti. It's just so much damage going out, so many deaths. Last 3 people on the point. Nope. Viral just managing to clear out Novaex and hold on to the point. Nova now has 1 minute, but they don't need to push the payload too far. However, they've just burned through almost all of their ults. And Anna still has her ult, which could be a serious ace in their sleeve. Oh, Tracer taken out by the Reinhardt. Good attempt, good attempt. Spectate the Lucio a bit. Sports never get enough love. Trying to keep his monkey alive. Ooh! Close one, Lucio. You tried, man. Tracer is a support killer, man. Feels bad. Both Winston's ulting nowhere near each other, which is unfortunate. I would have loved another tank v tank battle. Oh. Still managing to hold on to the point. Good job, Viral. 27 seconds left. It's not looking good. Oh, Genji with the ulti. Ah, spectating the wrong person, but Genji's down. He tried, yo. That Zen ult is gonna help him hold it. There goes the Genji ulti. And that's it, boys. That was quite an intense match. Team Viral walking away with it in there. These are 2 pretty evenly matched teams, both high skilled, just doing really well. So it's a lot of fun to watch these matches. See the Winston ulti. Ooh, it wasn't even an ulti. That's really impressive. I think so many people are so tired of Q of the game. Hey, you tried, Genji. You tried. Man, I wish I could vote. Vote support, guys. Always vote support. And I did mention the 2 Genjis that are just ridiculous. It's cray. Right, if I remember correctly, the next match was King's Row. Yeah, King's Row. This is a hybrid map. Hey. I really hope the music isn't too loud. I'm gonna have to wait until the video is done before we can find out. Yes. Ah. Oh my word. Ah, I want to type my good luck. There we go.
Now entering King's Row.
I was about to start explaining this earlier when we were on the wrong type of map. This is the hybrid map. So the idea is to take control of the first point. Once you've taken control of the first point, the payload becomes active, and you need to escort it to the end of the map. The first job of the defense is to try and make sure that the opposing team doesn't get this first point, which will spawn right over here. If they do manage to get the point, the payload will come out from this little garage, and the attacking team needs to get it all the way to the end of the map. And there are so many different strats for this map that I've seen. I think that's one of the things I love most about this game. Some games you'll find a Rhine sitting over here with his entire team behind him with a Torbjorn and a Symmetra, and you just want to kill yourself if you're on attack. I've noticed with these guys, they defend from here. So they let the opposing team kind of come through the choke and defend at the point. It's always good to have some of your characters on high ground as well, so we'll see if they use the high ground. That room over here, I'll show you in a second. This room right here. Oh man, if you could get somebody hiding in this room and just kind of blah 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 blah, they can do so much damage and just really irritate the team. However, that's assuming that the attacking team comes through here. The attacking team can also come through here. They'll go upstairs. Up the stairs there, and out this door. Straight to here. So it kind of just depends on, you know, the teams. And, as mentioned, they came through the left door.
Enemies coming right for us.
Well, this is a new strat. When I say new, one that I haven't seen before, so that's interesting. They've essentially got the entire team on the high ground. Genji trying to deflect and make the Widow kill herself. Didn't work, unfortunately. Genji trying to take the point. Nope. Denied. It's Winston v Winston again. Tank battles are the best. Nah. Viral just annihilating Nova at this point. Really good defense by Nova. Pushing a bit close to spawn. Ah, now they're pulling back.
Name's McCree.
We've had a change to the McCree. McCree at the moment, obviously depending on who you speak to, but there is a lot of opinion about McCree not being entirely viable at high level. His dash, or his roll having a really low cooldown, the stun being a little bugged at the moment. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. But in terms of hit scan capabilities, just getting off those headshots, he is still very much viable. Ooh, he just took somebody out over there with his stun. Headshot to the Zen. Taking out supports is so important. Both supports are out, and there goes the Genji. That awkward moment when you ulti and there's just no one to kill. Feels Batman. Tracer trying to be annoying and just stall as long as she can. Her ulti just completely whiffed thanks to the Winston bubble. Winston monkeying onto the point. Oh, with the ulti, trying to clear the point. Double Lucio ultis with the Zen ulti. Heard a Dragon Blade. With just so much going on, and they're so close to taking the point, but they might not make it. There's just not enough of them. Monkey forced to retreat. If they don't get back on the point soon, it's going to slip all the way back down to the second tick. Oh! Nope. Not the end of the world. They still got a lot of progress on that one. It just means that it's going to take a push to get through the last tick. Really strong defense over here from Viral. Nova back on the point, trying to take it. Zen with the ulti. Ulting through the Tracer ult, which is great. And there's the McCree with the High Noon. Not managing to kill anything, unfortunately. They've made a good push here, though. It's 2v 5 or 6 at this point.
I am taking the objective.
Very, very good push. Very good push by Novaex. So as mentioned before, the payload will come out from there. They're pushing really far in, with nobody to push on the payload. But it's good to try and clear the way a little bit, especially if you send your flankers in. As we saw in the last game, you send some of your DPS in to just kind of make a ruckus, distract them, make sure that they can't stop the payload from moving.
I have spotted the enemy. Now to accelerate.
Genji deflects going back and forth. Oopsie. Sorry, Lucio. Tried to ult there and he just got taken out. That was quite the Genji ulti. Good job, Dark Magician, man. Fortunately, I did not see it. I would have loved to have.
I thought we had a plan.
And they're back. Tracer v Genji. Nah, Tracer managed to get away. What you gonna do, Genji? What you gonna do? Flanking from the back. Just trying to take out the supports. If you can get the supports down, you have a really good chance. That generally is prio number 1. Get the supports down. But unfortunately, Viral is just doing so well. Nova really struggling to break through. Alright, they've managed to group up again and they're coming back. Winston has his ulti. Up again.
My ultimate is charging.
Woo! Deadeye taking out both supports. That is an excellent, excellent ulti. I'll do something with it, guys. What can they do? Zen v Genji. Not the best idea. But his team comes to back him up. They take out the Genji. Winston ulting. Not ulting, just jumping. Just trying to push things out the way. Make some space on the payload for his team. But unfortunately, he just gets pushed.
Reporting for duty.
We've had a comp change. We now have the soldier. And again, pushing really far in, but maintaining people on the payload to keep it moving. You'll see on the top there, it'll show like 4 or 5 people on the payload. Unfortunately, it does cap at 3 in terms of speed. So it'll show you how many people are on the payload, but it caps it at 3 for speed. Every ulti, that was just all the ultis. The Zen ulti, the Dragons, the Winston ultis, everybody ulting there. Soldier managing to take out the Genji. But with all of those ultis, not much happened.
Payload secure. Move out.
When I say not much, I mean nothing like ulti specific. However, those support ultis are such a good crutch to lean on, especially if you're taking a lot of damage or if you're the opposite
My
team.
tactical visor is
Oopsie.
charging.
Para reporting.
Unfortunately, the game has crashed once more. Ooh, jeez. How do I spell this dude's name? There we go. I know it's pronounced gyro, but oh my word. Feels bad, man. Alright, he seems to be back. His crashes don't last long, which is at least good. I mean, it's not like his entire PC exploded. Not that I have any experience with that. Unfortunately, once again, losing all of his ult charge, which which is quite a dampener. But what can you do, hey? On the Winston as well, not as quick to charge. It's quite unfortunate, and those ultis are so imperative.
Back in my day, we have this payload delivered already.
Lucio managing to take out the Winston, that's actually quite beautiful. Soldier with the ulti, trying to take out the Genji there. Managing to kill him, even though he was reflecting. Shooting into a deflecting Genji is scary and can get you killed. Even worse than that is if you fire into a deflecting Genji and the deflect like headshots your support. Not that that's ever happened to me while I was playing support. Zen ulti, there we go. Once again, Viral really close to their spawn, but with the spawn timers being as long as they are, it's gonna take a lot. There goes the Lucio ulti. They're gonna have to try really hard to push Nova off the point. And there goes the Winston ulti again. Just woo! Sent that Genji flying, if not for the dash. But he's down. Genji with Zenyatta with the ulti, trying to contest, but unfortunately it was not successful.
Score 0-3.
Really good pushes there. As I said before, these teams are so good. Alright, and we swap sides. It's kind of trippy with the music. Gotta keep ourselves occupied somehow, right? Okay. Team Viral on the attack this time. Keep in mind Team Viral won on the last map, so they need to push this payload all the way to the end if they want to walk away with this. However, if they don't manage to take it all the way to the end, we will go into the tiebreaker round on Gibraltar. Gibraltar is a spicy map.
If everyone performs their function, victory is assured.
Sorry guys, this might not be the most professional thing to do in the world, but I've had a friend MIA, which is not great.
And if you get into trouble, I'll bail you out.
Symmetra putting up turrets in the corner there. Those turrets are so cancer. If you don't take them down as quickly as possible, woof. Alright, I won't type during game. So this is what I was talking about earlier. One of them is to just kind of defend this point. No Reinhardt on this one, which is a little surprising. I'm really used to seeing Reinhardt kind of defending the point there. Tracer trying to go in with the flank, she was pushed straight back out. And there she goes, through the point. She's got the Nate on her, so she needs to kind of just find somewhere to heal before she goes back onto the point. Those sim turrets managing to make a lot of painful zaps.
I have located the enemy.
Yeah, this choke is one of those really difficult ones. If you can hold this choke well, it's such a pain. So depending on your makeup, your composition, the kind of things that you can do with your team, it might be one of the better ways to defend. But once they get through and you need to run back to the point, that can be quite detrimental as well. Boosted. Boosted monkey trying to kill the things. Now a little known tidbit about Winston and Ana ultis. If you ulti on Winston with an Ana, he does so much more damage with his Tesla cannon than he does with his ulti. His ulti, he's just smacking things around, but his cannon, especially with it having such a large AoE, can just wreck things. If you're a Winston and you've been ulti, or if you've been ultied by an Ana, you want to just try and zap everything.
Everyone, heal up.
McCree popping off. For those that haven't noticed, he was the Genji in the last game. This guy's a pretty good player, not gonna lie.
Is charging.
I feel when I think it could even be a girl, unless they were trolling me. I never know. The internet. And they've been pushed all the way back to the choke. Tracer in with the mad flanking mission, chased by the Winston. There goes the Diva to head her off. You can tell that the communication between these teams is so good. I imagine somebody would have said, "Ooh, Tracer flanking," and the Diva was like, "On it," and it's so good. Oh, there goes Diva with the Ana ulti. So good. Woo! McCree popping off again. That was insane. So good. I lost control of the camera for a moment there. What a good hold. That was excellent. The thing about a McCree ulti is once you hear him go, it's Hanu. All you really got to do is run behind a wall. You might not be sure where he is, but 9 times out of 10 you can be pretty sure that you've managed to hide, especially if you run into a building, something like that. So his ult is fairly easy to counter. I mean, even something like a Winston bubble, that kind of thing, can be really protective. So to get off a 3-man kill, very good. Soldier again just kind of cleaning up. 2 kills there with the tactical visor. They're pushing all the way really close to spawn. That tends to be a pretty dangerous move to make, but it seems to be working. They've pulled back now. Oh dear. Diva ulti. Woo! All those ultis making such a dent in viral. But it's still happening. McCree with the ult again. Unfortunately, nothing to kill. But it might have scared them off the point long enough. It's in overtime now. It is do or die, people. This is the last chance for Viral to make some kind of dent to this. They haven't even got 1 tick yet, but they are pushing as hard as they can. Both teams have exhausted all of their ultis. Right now, it's just straight up, can we shoot you better? And it is looking scary. Supports down on both sides. 2 supports down on Viral. But nope, Nova seems to have held it. Wow. Really good job to Nova on that map. As expected. That 3-man noon was just so good.
Into the iris. It's Hanu.
And that one would have been so hard to avoid. Just the way he was positioned, the way everyone else was positioned, that was an excellent ult. I think people don't agree with me. Whatever. I thought it was really good. Alright, we're going into tiebreaker map. Watchpoint Gibraltar. weirdos. How dare they insult the trans guy? You know, the trans guy is terrible. Don't even lie to yourselves. Lusiki, you what now? In fact. Ah man, I feel so bad. I've been disappointing everybody tonight. Yo, where's the stream? Nah, there ain't no stream. Okay. Feels Batman.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Alrighty then, Watchpoint Gibraltar. I got this way. Nice. Once again, straight up escort map. Just get the payload from A to B. See what happens. This choke hurts my soul on so many levels. It is so hard. When you're at the bottom, shooting up, woofed, getting shot at from the bottom, so much fun. At least it's fair in that the dip is both ways, but man, it is such a painful choke. On this map, most teams I watch try to take the high ground. See what do these teams do? Hey, Kazuo on the McCree again. I want to see another spicy high noon. Rock Magician, apparently a Genji one trick. Just kidding. Not really. Yeah, nice.
The payload moves.
Man, this music is so hype. Fantastic. We got half on the high ground, half on the low ground. So unfortunately, not too much happening right this minute. Try and get along with its eye. Piggy unfortunately missing his hook there on the Tracer. Tracer, not an easy target to hook. Winston jumping straight in, stunned by the McCree, but managing to get away. Jumping in like that can be such a dangerous move if you don't have your team to back you up. Thankfully his team was right there, and the payload is just moving.
The enemy is here.
Not good.
Support being taken out. Nah. Viral just kind of steamrolled through that choke. Really well done there to Viral, and they've managed to get it to the first checkpoint relatively quickly. See what McCree's got up his sleeve. Oh, he's got an ulti. Nope. Caught out by the Winston. No ulti for you, McCree. Ryan Shield kind of protecting from the abrasive bomb there. Nano boosted Diva. Nano boosted Diva is pretty powerful. Unfortunately, didn't get much value out of it, but whatever you can get, man. Even getting off one pick, especially something as important as a support, can be instrumental. Because immediately that takes you to a 6v5. Don't get me wrong, you can definitely lose a 6v5 even if you have the advantage. But that advantage can be invaluable. This payload is not stopping, man. Zen ulti there. Not too much value out of it, but hopefully he'll be able to charge up his ulti and use it in a more critical moment.
My ultimate is charging.
I mean, at that point they were pretty much 6v1, so Zenyatta ulti there, not really necessary. You want to hold those for your really spicy things, your Zarya grabs, your Hanzo ultis, that kind of thing. Fight is happening so far away from the payload, but they still have one person on point, making sure that the point moves. That's really important. So they're distracting the entire team as far away from the point as possible. Or, you know, maybe that's what Nova would like them to believe. Holding this point is also one of those pretty difficult things to do. Lucio booping the soldier. Love the Lucio boost. Ryan smacking things. Bye bye soldier. That Ana boost is so good on a Reinhardt. Nova managing to clean up Viral. I think it's probably the first time that they, in this map, that they've managed to do a full-on team cleanup. I'm gonna buy them a bit of time, which is good, because 4.5 minutes to move it that far. This fight is definitely leaning quite strongly in the favor of Viral. Oh, that Zarya grab. Nice one. That was really, really good. The team taking full advantage of the grab and just wiping out Viral. All that's left now is the Genji, who is backing away as fast as can. And the Tracer, the two flanks. Feels bad. Waiting for the rest of their team, smartest thing they could do. He could have just rushed in and tried to pick off one or two, but it's way better to just wait until you've got your whole team ready. Lucio ulti to give them a bit of a shield. Counter Lucio, which pretty much puts them on even footing. Diva ulti, unfortunately not managing to do much. Ryan shield helping with the protection there. Then managed to get his ulti back, which again, didn't do too much. But unfortunate. Still, they're managing to get the payload moving again. They've taken out most of Nova, which was the idea.
My ultimate is charging.
Viral back on the payload. Push it as far as they can. Still with 3 minutes to go. And they're just cleaning up Nova. Last few stragglers. However, Nova's spawn is right there once again. That could be quite annoying.
Nano boost administered.
Nano boosted Diva. Pew pew pew. Nearly booped off by the Lucio. However, booping a Diva, unless she's already used her, you know, zoom zoom, doesn't really help. She can just zoom back up. Wow, that looked so cool. It looked like the Zarya ult pushed the payload further. That was amazing.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
So Viral managed to push the payload all the way to the end. 2 minutes 40 to spare. That's going to be quite an impressive time to beat. Nova's really going to have to push as hard as they can. Last I was all the way over there, and the fight happened all the way over there. So I'm just gonna chill here and see where the defense sets up shop before I decide where I'm gonna go. Kazuo onto the Genji this time. I made a joke earlier about Dark Magician being a Genji one trick, but you know, sometimes a comp works, and if it works, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he is a good Genji. Ooh, sneaky Tracer in the corner. Come on, Gyro.
I always liked working with you, Winston. No awkward small talk.
I'm seeing how they're all crouching. Absolutely nothing happening and they're all crouching in a corner. Man, I wish I could emote. Hey guys! Hi! This is me waving! Anyway. With the infinite spray there, sure, why not? Woo! Wow. Those picks. That Pharah. So good. Good job, Pharah. Taking out one of the supports. One of the supports taking out the Genji, which is always fun. I love it when a support gets a pick.
My path has converged.
Tracer in the back again, trying to be annoying. Like a bit of a Zen v Zen going on over there. Quite funny. Alright, Nova has made it through the worst of the chokes. So they should be able to get it all the way to the checkpoint. Tracer being annoying on the point again. Tracer and Lucio are so good for just really being annoying on the point. Dude, your timing is so bad. Nobody on the point for this at this particular moment. Ah, they've seemed to have figured it out, which is good. Right, Lucio's just gonna chill in the payload there. No, he's not. He is. Run away. Rest in peace, payload. You will be remembered. Ah, but there's no danger at the moment, so it's not the end of the world. They're managing to push the payload just fine. More important is to just try and annihilate your team, or your opposition team, as quickly as possible, so that you've got time to come sit on the payload while they regroup, respawn, regroup, come back, and then just try and wreck them again. And try not to get wrecked in the process. Winston with the ulti again. Winston ulti really good for just pushing, like trying to just shove everything as far away as possible. Unfortunately, did not last very long. I would say, you know, probably just kind of hoping that your team will come back, or you know, manage to group up while you're busy doing that, giving them the opportunity to try and get some lucky shots in or whatever. But unfortunately, you know, if your team's not there in time, you're just gonna get wrecked. Lucio doing the payload thing. Good Pharah can be so scary. I'm gonna watch this Pharah a little bit. She's got ulti. See what she does with it. Some Pharahs, you know, you see their name pop up on the opposite team. You see them pick Pharah, and oh, it's so painful. Look at that. Using the line of sight. There's quite a counter on the other team in the soldier. So just trying to use the line of sight, trying to take out the soldier to get rid of that counter. The soldier is now down, which will give the Pharah a chance to maybe use her ulti, assuming she doesn't get killed. And there it is. Justice on the supports. Unfortunately, they do manage to get away. But it did make them run off of the point, which is sometimes at this kind of critical stage of the match, even just scaring people off of the point is incredibly important. Genji with Dragon Blade, did not last long. Did manage to take out the soldier though, but not quite enough. Wow. Nova so close there. Still got 4 minutes though, but that last little stretch, those last couple meters.
Charging.
And if they do manage to push with more time remaining, it just means they have more time to push in the tiebreaker round.
Let's get moving.
And that can mean everything. Grouping up now on the line of sight, Diva trying to put some holes in them from the side. The flanking Diva.
My ultimate is ready.
Nova moving in. Jumps the Winston. It's tank v tank. Winston's taken out by the Genji. Not even the Reinhardt. Genji v Genji. Nope. Oof. This Genji just trying to get away from the Diva. Already having used his deflect. Not much more he could do. Needed to get back to his team.
Ready for transcendence.
Viral managing to hold on to this quite well. The great thing about Genji, Winston's Tesla cannon is that Ryan's shield is useless against it. Absolutely useless. Ryan's shield is only good for projectiles, so Sims and Winston's can just straight through the shield. That being said, it is good to keep the Ryan shield up because if the shield drops, the rest of the DPS have a chance to shoot through. Eva with the ult there, managing to take out the support. That's going to make it really difficult for this push. Both supports are down. Nope. Good try, not quite enough. We're going to have to come back with something else. Barrett chilling all the way over there, trying not to get found. Waiting for a team to come back. Oh man. Feels bad, Farah. Ooh, flanking Diva. Let's go flanking Diva. What you got for me? Flanking Diva got nothing. Ah, good justice. Still managing to take out one of the supports. That's going to make a huge difference.
The enemy is here.
Oh dear. Can they push it? They're going to have to spawn camp there right now. They have to make sure that they don't get back onto the point. Genji managing to make it back onto the point. Nano boosted Genji. But with the Zen ulti, just not enough. The Genji is down. Winston down. Diva and Lucio trying to contest now. They're really just going to keep monkeying on, hopefully just contesting. The problem with this strat is obviously they're just going to keep dying one by one without the support of the rest of their team. It makes it really difficult.
Administered.
Back in my day, we'd have this payload delivered already.
Nope. Good attempt there in those last few moments, but they managed to push it all the way to the end.
Score 3-3.
However, they didn't manage to beat the time, which means they have a lot less time to push now. They're gonna have to push so hard. Man, I start so far away, you what? Come on, Blizzard. It's just spectator mode. Just because I finished it doesn't mean I should start there. So 1 minute to 2 minutes 40. Not the hugest time difference, but as we saw, it can make a massive difference in a game. I'm very curious to see how this game ends. I did cast a scrim for these guys a little while back, and it's not going exactly the same. You know, there seems to have been a lot of changes in terms of team synergy. When I say changes, for the better. I mean, it seems like they've put in a lot of work since then and really tried to get better in preparation for this semi-final. Winston monkeying in on his own again, managing to get back quite safely. And again, we've got half on the high ground, half on the low ground. Alright, just trying to put some holes in them from the sky. How did I get Winston?
Victory is within our grasp. Hold strong.
If they push it all the way to the checkpoint, that's quite a notch in their belt. Tank v tank! Nope. Sig's running away. Come on, Sig. Oh, oh, she's back. He's back.
Victory is near.
Back. Really just trying to make sure that they don't get all the way to the checkpoint. This is do or die, boys. However, in this overtime mode, even if they get to the checkpoint, they won't get more time. This 1 minute, that's all the time they had. And a really, really good effort from Nova, but it looks like this is as far as they're gonna push it in this one.
Round complete.
Not a bad push, not a bad push. Now we just need to see if Viral can beat that.
3-3. Switching sides.
Yeah! Get to start closer this time. Feels good. It's pretty cool when you're casting, you get to see patterns emerge with different teams. You know, you might not really notice it so much when you're playing against that team. You wouldn't notice, ooh, they normally start on the high ground. But from this perspective, especially seeing the maps get done a couple times because of the tie at the end there, it's kind of interesting to see, you know, what similarities are done, what change-ups get made. Again, it looks like this is going to be a bit of a high ground fight.
Payload secured. Move out.
High ground v low ground. Genji just annihilating the soldier there with the dash. And a V Winston wasn't going to happen. Taken out by the Zen, but the Winston, you know, managed to get her down quite low for that bit. And a sleep dart can be so powerful. She gets her sleep dart and then Nate, and then the rest of the team just annihilates whoever is sleeping. Even though they've woken him up, the increased or the cancellation of the healing makes such a huge difference. This is so close now. They have just under 2 minutes to get it such a short distance. They really are just going ham, monkeying in, using everything that they can. There goes the Winston ulti early in the game, but he is not having any of this. Just trying so hard to push as much as they can. Reinhardt with the ult as well, managing to take down the Reaper there. Did I say Reaper? Or I mean Soldier. Got a bit surprised there for a second. I was like, Reaper, eh? Soldier, last man standing. Winston is on him. Nope. Sorry, Soldier. Good try.
You feel that?
1 minute left. This is where Viral started off when they were in terms of time. So there's like a definite advantage to having more time. Soldier with the ulti. Oh, taken out so fast. Counter Soldier ulti as well. Lucio ulti, just trying to keep everybody alive once again. Tracer Bomb unfortunately not doing much of anything. Diva ulti taking out the Winston. That'll be quite a dent in that comp. And Nova is having none of this, man. They are holding their life. Soldier trying to contest, booped off by the Diva, and he gets taken out. Winston on the point, 6v1. His primal mode gives him a lot of health and damage sustainability and so on, but 6v1, it's just not possible. Good. Whew. Let's go, Genji. What you got for me? Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry, Genji. Taken out by the soldier ulti. Nova managing to sneak the victory. Good job.
Final score 4-3.
That was such an intense battle. Congrats to Nova for winning this Ruby semi-final. There's always that one guy. 57 in limbs. Come on, man. Look at that guy.
Огонь по готовности!
Triple kill.
Love seeing support up there. Always upvote your support, guys. It's fine. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching this semi-cup semi-final match. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope that my casting has improved since the last one that I casted. These guys will know what I'm talking about since their last game was the first game I ever casted, and this game is the second game I've ever casted. So I hope I've improved somewhat since then. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.